Commercialize your influence today. So get ready, guys. This is massive, massive, massive. And if you are one of my clients, we will actually show you exactly how to do that. We give you the swipe files, we coach you through the whole thing, we help you strategize it all, we help you with the hyper targeting and finding the clients and all that stuff. So just know that if you've got questions around that, jump onto the comments. My team will post the link in there if you want to talk with my team about your opportunity. All right, 7 ways to commercialize your influence. I've got people asking, is everyone based in Australia? In fact, most of our clients are not in Australia. I'm Australian. Most of my team is in the US. We've got people in the US and UK and Australia, all over the place. And most of our clients are, well, I would say global. We've got clients in Mexico, we've got clients in Sweden, we've got clients in the UK and Australia and New Zealand, all over the place. Most of our clients, though, are in the US and Canada. Okay, it's just that you're listening to a lady with an Australian accent right now, and I happen to be in Australia, but we are a true global company. All right, so number one way that you can start to commercialize your influence at the highest level is coaching and consulting. So many of our clients start here, and a lot of you would probably already have some sort of coaching or consulting or agency type business. I know we tend to attract a lot of people who are kind of sick of that mainstream coaching model, and they know they're better than that. So if you are a coach or consultant or agency owner and you're here, welcome. You are in the right place. We are the place to come to learn how to take what you're already doing at the high ticket level and turn it into a luxury offer. Okay, so many of our clients start here to create their first 100K offer. Now, in simple terms, coaching is experts bringing a distinctive experience to a market and moving someone towards a goal or a transformation. Really simple, guys. There's no rocket science to this. Who does this work for? Experts who love to mentor and love personal contact with clients. The niches include health, wealth, relationships, spirituality, business. I have clients across all of these different areas. We've got relationships, spirituality, and very, very, very tiny little niches. A lot of people come to me and they say, well, surely you can only sell 100K coaching packages if you're in business. That is not true. That's why I just gave you 5 different examples across all sorts of different areas to show you that it's possible to do this across all sorts of different niches. And all of those clients examples that I just gave you were located all around the world. We have clients doing this in Mexico, in Sweden, in the UK, in Canada, in Australia. So know that it's possible to do this anywhere in the world if you've got the right strategy. Okay, a lot of my clients are embracing coaching and consulting if they've already set up successful courses, group coaching or consultancies, but they're selling in the mainstream area. So we can take your expertise and turn it into a 100K offer where you get a deep level of transformation for your clients without much more effort than what you're doing now. So if you already have a good high ticket offer, and a lot of our clients have got these sort of, 8-week, $15,000 offers. We can, if you get a good transformation for your client, it's really easy for our team to then take that and turn that into a luxury offer. So and without much more effort, guys. So how do we do that? We will expand your vision. Okay, we will expand your vision of what's possible. Remember everything that I've been talking about. If you've been in my world, if you've been reading my emails, if you've been watching any of my other masterclasses or in my Facebook group, I talk all the time about becoming an icon. I want you to put that into action and turn your high ticket offer into a luxury offer with the right positioning. Okay. Now, if you want to learn how to do that, jump on a call with my team. They will take you through that strategy. You can also become a client. We can represent you. You can come into our programs. We'll show you exactly how to do this. But I'm going to show you today some ways that you can take what you're already doing with the course, consulting, coaching offer, and many other different ways. So stick with me. This is only one of the 7 ways you can turn what you're already doing into a 100K offer. So in the coaching space and the consulting space, 100K offers are deeply transformative. Okay, so you cannot go and sell a $350,000 coaching offer without it having some level of deep transformation. I think that goes without saying. Okay. They're also personalized and bespoke. So where you've got something that you're selling at the moment for say 8 weeks, 8K or 15K, and it's like this leveraged offer. Now we're all about leveraged offers as well, but we do it from the top down. So if you really want to sell 150K or 250K, 350K, or even $1 million offer, what you're going to need to do is actually personalize and create a bespoke package for your ideal client. Okay, that's why this is a very sophisticated and elegant strategy, because if you're the best in the world at what you do, you want to work with a celebrity or a billionaire. They're not going to want some sort of cookie cutter strategy that you're selling to 18,000 other people. They want to know that you've listened very deeply to what it is that they want, and you've heard them, and that because you're excellent at what you do, you've expanded the vision of what it is that you can achieve with them, and you're going to coach them through to get that deep level of transformation, and you're going to do it in a way that really suits them. Okay, this word bespoke is so important when you're selling at this level. 100K offers are highly supportive. So a lot of my clients who are starting out doing this only want to take on a handful of premium or luxury clients, because we want to allow time in the day to go out and do your media and your speaking appearances and all the other things that we also want to do with you to amplify your message to a bigger market. But when you're working at this level, imagine just adding an extra $1 million with a few clients. It just means that you've then got the money to then invest in all of these other things that you want to be able to do, product development and all of those cool things, right? So you're taking on a handful of private clients at the 100K level, if you love coaching and consulting, is an excellent way to drive that extra $1 million, extra $10 million in revenue without it really killing you, right? Because generally, I've seen some cool stuff going around Instagram and Facebook the last couple of days about, the $500 client who nitpicks at everything and and the $50,000 client who just turns up, does what you say, and gets the transformation. That's been my experience too. Seriously, most of the clients who are paying the 100K, 500K, $1 million, they actually just want the transformation. They put the money down, they go for it, and they listen. Yeah, so it's a highly supportive environment, it's highly bespoke, and you can just take a handful of really great clients and then leverage that revenue to get the mainstream impact that you're looking for. Remember also that they're very efficient. So don't think that you've got to stuff a whole heap of stuff in there, because most people who are willing to pay you at that level, they just want the transformation. They definitely want it to feel incredible, and they want the experience, and they want the whole luxury experience and ambience and all of those things, the white glove service, but they also want it to be really efficient. They're time poor. They don't want to muck around. So we want to make those 100K offers efficient. We also, like I said before, want to make them effective. There is no snake oil here. There's no smoke and mirrors. We want to make them incredibly effective, and we want to add that white glove experience to this. So remember, and again, if you're one of my clients or in any of my groups or you read any of my things, I'm going to talk about luxury business all the time. Some of the things that you're going to have to do to make this work is you're going to have to create a magical world. Go to Tiffany's, go in and experience a Maserati showroom. What do you feel? It's like a different world, right? We call it a magical world experience that a luxury brand is able to convey to their clients, and you just want to kind of live in it, right? You need to kind of feel that and create that yourself for your business. Now, that doesn't mean that you need Maseratis and private chefs and all of those things, but what I do want you to do is make sure that there's such a great white glove experience with what you do, and it's highly experiential. Now, I'm going to say something that's going to be a little bit, I'm going to send you in two different directions here. It's going to depend on your client and what your offer is and what you do. They can either be extended or intensive. So for most of our clients, the ones that are working this model right now in the coaching and consulting space, they're either doing a really intensive sort of 3-day, that's why the 3-day 250K is really, really working well with a lot of my clients right now. This intensive, go in, fly in, spend 3 days or do it virtually. 3 days together, 250K, consult to whoever it is that you're working with, get them the roadmap to implement, and then leave. Or it could be an extended coaching or consulting program. So either one or the other, but it's kind of not in between. There's no higgledy-piggledy here. It's either incredibly intensive and highly transformative and really white glove experiential, or it's an extended version of it, okay, working with people in the long term. So would you like me to give you some examples of what's actually working, what our clients are selling right now? I bet you would. I'm really excited to show you this. Okay, here are actual examples of what my clients are selling right now in the coaching and consulting space. Now, what I do want you guys to know is that as a client, we will actually give you all of this information, how to run this stuff. We'll coach you through it. We give you the swipe files, the whole thing. So I'm super excited to give you the high level strategy today. But if you're interested in talking with my team, jump on and get into a call with them, because they're bloody brilliant at looking at your exact opportunity and showing you how this could potentially work for your niche and your expertise. So the blueprint intensive, 50Ks. Generally what my clients are doing is either a 50K day, so spend a full day together with your client, or we've got that 250K for 3 days. Now, generally the 250 for 3 days tends to be either a health or wellness or a business offer. That's more a consulting offer at the business end. The 50K day, a lot of my coaches are doing. Turn up, spend a 50K day with people, do a blueprint for them, whatever the transformation is, work really, really closely with them. I've got clients doing them in person or virtually, and we do a little bit of pre-work, some in-depth delivery. The reason I love this so much is it's in and out, right? In and out. And for most of my clients who are spending a lot of time speaking and in the media and those sorts of things, and don't want to work with clients in the longer term, this works really well, the intensive day or the intensive 3 day. So it could be, some sort of health outcome that you're working towards, a business solution, a spiritual outcome. Generally leads to a sales conversation where you might want to work with them in the long term. So you can have your intensive at the front end, and then if you decide you want to work with them in the longer term, then you can offer them, the long private offer. Okay, so I have clients who are actually now selling this for $1 million as well. So from 100K to $1 million, this would go anywhere from 3 months to 1 year. So that's generally what my clients are structuring this around, either in-person, virtual, combination. Usually starts with a blueprint, and then then it turns into a longer term private offer. Okay, sets you up really beautifully to then take that, create a bespoke package for people in the longer term. And like I said, I've got clients all around the world selling these from 100K to 500K. Example of this might be consciousness coaching with 2 intensives, one at the beginning of the offer, one at the end of the contract, consistent coaching meetings through the middle of the contract to ensure optimum results. There might be access via Voxer with some private attention. So you can see it's not that there's not anything that's rocket science in this, guys, but it's taking your expertise and wrapping it up in a strategy that really works, and then hyper targeting the right clients. Now, the third thing that's working incredibly well right now, and this will really help with our consulting and agency clients. We've got a lot of agencies and freelancers that come to us and say they're the best in the world at what they do, and then what they're doing is using our strategy to then take their existing offers and turn them into these 100K, 500K, $1 million offers. So what we want to do with this is actually do a done for you package. So it could be, for example, wardrobe styling. So you might do something like a quarterly buying retreat and a wardrobe audit with your client, then a monthly wardrobe planning in person, weekly wardrobe plans delivered with accessories, the management of styling, makeup and hair. Now imagine if you could do that with just, if you're a fashion stylist, if you could do that with 5 or 10 clients and then spend the rest of your time on all of the other strategies. It would be cool, right? That would set you up with an extra $1 million, an extra $10 million in revenue, and then you can leverage that to create the mainstream success that you're looking for. That's what we're looking for, guys. All right. That's coaching and consulting. Number two, events, retreats, and VIP days. I have many, many, many clients that are using this right now. They are making millions from hosting and co-hosting events. We just did one ourselves. It was super exciting, amazing, great for the team, incredible for our clients, great for sales. Right. 100K offer events are lavish, they're luxury, they evoke the feeling of walking into a first-class airline club, a Chanel boutique, or a Maserati showroom. Okay, you need to create a luxury experience for your events at the highest level of the market. So we want to be thinking about adding, say, personal chefs or stunning discreet facilities, private staff, exquisite treats, potent time with you. That is the most important thing, potent time with you. Okay, I'm going to show you exactly what my clients are selling right now in a minute, but think about how you can take what you're already doing and then add that potent time with you, compress it down, do a retreat with them, add the experience, create something really exciting at that 100K plus level. So let me give you some examples of what my clients are doing. We have the VIP private experiences. So again, this is kind of that 50K day model that I was talking about before. I also have plenty of clients that are working at this 350K for a 5-day intensive retreat. So where I've got people doing that is mainly in the health and wellness or lifestyle experiences. So for example, embedding a new diet, a new nutrition program for a family, coming in and helping someone with an addiction, those sorts of things. Or it could be a spiritual offer, it could be a lifestyle offer, it could be skills coaching. There's so many different ways that you can use this model. We've got clients that are doing this in person and virtual. Try an Airbnb, try presidential suites of hotels, try private residences, or hiring out a wellness center. Maybe you could use corporate offices. We've got clients doing all sorts of things with this. Then VIP retreat. This is where things get really, really exciting. So I have clients that are working at the 100K to 500K level for up to 10 days. So anywhere between sort of 3 to 10 days, you can take people off, work with them really, really deeply. Remember that potent level of experience with you. Okay, well, the private chefs and all those things are really important, and the discreet facilities. What they're really after is that deep level of transformation and the time with you. So this is where they can do that. Okay, so you can check into a hotel or venue, you can serve them remotely to do that virtually, or try wedding venues, Airbnb, private residences, wellness centers if you wanted to do this in person. So we've got people that are doing this with group, couple wellness or lifestyle treatments, spiritual experiences, and they're flying in just a small group of people and working with them really deeply, and they're making really great coin out of that. Okay, partnerships and joint ventures. Huge, 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 huge way that you can make 100K offers, because in my experience, one great strategic partnership is all it takes to generate millions in revenue for years. Hear me, guys, this is so important. A lot of my clients are using partnerships for amplification. We're going to focus though, because you might be already really familiar with affiliate programs and all of those sorts of things. I'm not going to talk about that today. That is something that we will help you with for sure as a client. But what I want to focus on today is how you can leverage partnerships for those 100K plus luxury deals. Okay, so let me give you some examples of leveraging partnerships for 100K opportunities. This is really important. I want you to hear me, because this is one of the ones where I constantly get this kind of, mind blown at, the sort of strategy that we're using here. So hear me well. If you can add additional services to what you're already doing. So let's say you're a coach, a consultant, or an agency, and maybe you don't want to, you don't want to spend a lot of time with people. Maybe you're really focused on product development or media or speaking, and you don't really want to, you don't want to add a lot more time to get to these 100K $1 million offers. Then partner with someone who has complementary skills and add it to what you're already doing and create your 100K offer. Okay, so ensure that you protect your IP and protect your client base, of course. But here are some of the ways that our clients are doing this. They're adding, for example, a done for you service to their offer. So I have coaches that might be, say, vegan coaches or health coaches or what have you, and they're adding a personal chef and a personal trainer to what they're doing. Suddenly, bang, we've got a 100K offer, right? Yes, you're sharing the revenue, but you don't have the delivery. Yeah, you don't have the delivery then. All you've got to do is the coordinate, the conduit, make sure the experience is brilliant, and meet with people virtually. So there's so many ways that you can use this to really make this so much more elegant for you. Done for you agency services are also brilliant if you're in the business space. So if you're an expert at wealth creation or branding or something, just partner with people who can help execute the other pieces. And then suddenly you've got a 100K, 500K, $1 million offer. If it's branded in the right way, if it's packaged in the right way, if we're going after the right end of the market, which again is what we'll teach you how to do. There's also, this is the one that I get really excited about. This is exclusive partnerships. So this is where we've had clients just completely take off overnight. I would like you to think about identifying an ideal partner who already has the eyeballs of your ideal client and create a plan for you to offer your services free of charge at the front end as a value add to their services. Then upsell to those clients and pay a commission to the referring partner. And that might have sounded like a whole heap of gobbledygook, but I'm going to show you exactly what I mean here. So let's say you are a health coach, and this is a specific example that actually happened in our business with one of our clients. Amazing health coach focused on the very highest end of the market. We did a partnership deal with a boutique gym at the highest end of the market, and she was able to then become their in-house health coach, where every new member, now this was very, very high-end gym, so her ideal clients are joining there, they're cashed up, they're the people she wants to impact. They're already 80, we call them the 80 percenters, people who've already made a decision to get help or be transformed in a specific area. So then she was able to negotiate with that gym to become their in-house exclusive health coach. Now, that didn't mean that she needed to turn up and do anything inside the gym, but what it meant was every time a new member joined the gym, she got to have a free call with that person, give them a blueprint using our blueprint strategy, give them a blueprint and upsell them to her 100K plus offers. Now that gave her all the lead flow she ever needed. She didn't need to do anything else to have a multi-million-dollar business. That was it. One deal, one partnership. So you can use this strategy, and if you're interested in this type of things, this is exactly what we do inside our programs and what we'll do for you as a client that we represent. So for business coaches, you might think about doing this same sort of thing with adjacent businesses who've already got the eyeballs of your ideal client: accountants, website designers, legal, ad agencies, software providers. For health coaches, it might be gyms, spas, whole food stores, workout retailers, HR departments. For spiritual offerings, yoga studios, aligned practitioners and authors. For everyone, think about associations of groups, government, Chamber of Commerce, Lions, Rotary. All right, partnerships, very exciting. And you can absolutely add that $1 million, that $10 million using that strategy. Okay, guys, if you want to know how to do that, again, I really want you guys to jump on that call if that's of interest to you, because this is so exciting. I want you to know how to do this in your business. I really do. All right, another way that you can create those 100K, 500K, $1 million plus offers is through investments, board and advisory positions. All right, this is a really exciting one for me because there are so many businesses that are right at the moment looking for high impact investors, board members or advisors who bring a unique perspective, niche credibility or high profile to their business. Many savvy experts are creating their own portfolio of investments for massive personal, professional and financial growth. So there are many ways that you can do this, and it is not as scary as it sounds, because if you want to create true wealth, true multi-generational wealth and impact through your personal brand, if you can invest in high growth businesses where you get to practice your entrepreneurial spirit, if you get to create your own Shark Tank, your own investment arm of your business. Imagine how exciting that could be, right? Absolutely so exciting. All right. So investments and equity. Taking an equity investment in a growth company or startup can be an incredible way to leverage your expertise, your audience, and your influence and create amazing wealth. You can identify companies in your own network, so clients, suppliers, colleagues, and look for specific opportunities to hyper target to invest. Now, investment can take the form of time, seed capital, could be additional growth capital for equity. It isn't as scary as it seems, and this can add millions to your bottom line. And if you are in any way, shape, or form innovative and entrepreneurial, which I know all of you guys are, this is brilliant because you don't have to keep starting all these other companies, right? You can keep your eye on the prize. You can just keep investing, creating that portfolio of investments, and you can get your entrepreneurial spirit through that. Yeah, you can be adding millions to your bottom line through all of these investments and growing your portfolio. Generally, as an expert investor, you'll be looking to add skills or leverage your network to help them grow. So if you guys have ever watched Shark Tank, that's exactly what I want you to be thinking about here, okay? That is the strategy to add millions at the luxury level. You may invest time, seed capital, additional growth capital for equity. There could be splits and percentages, dividends, time, money. It's all a bespoke negotiation based on the unique circumstances. And again, in our world, we'll teach you how to do this. We'll show you exactly how to do this. Always get legal advice. I just really want to put that out there. This is really, really important. If you're going to take a stake in someone else's company, make sure you get legal advice. Set everything up so that you've talked through the scenarios with the owner you're investing with before you sign anything. And remember that this type of strategy where there's really high potential returns, there's also obviously high risk involved as well. So only put down what you are willing to risk and make it really fun for yourself. Many investors like to have that kind of portfolio of private equity or angel investments to diversify their risk for that reason. All right, so there's the equity route. Now, the other route that you can take with this is to add those extra 100K or $1 million or $10 million is taking on advisory and board positions. Now, taking advisory and board positions is brilliant for you if you love diversity and being involved in multiple businesses. You've got a passion for the business or industry or the shareholders. You want to grow your profile in a business or not-for-profit sector, and you're looking to grow your network and strengthen your knowledge in a specific area. So if you bring a unique set of expertise to the board, your payments can be in the millions. Okay, you might get equity in the company. There might be that you might get that you've got dividends that might come through as a shareholder. There might be KPIs if you hit. There might be all sorts of ways that you can make millions out of this strategy. Now, remember that finding positions takes time. So like everything that we do, we're not about quantity here, we're about quality. So we're about taking on quality opportunities that are going to really resonate with your passions, and they're going to allow you to serve at that highest level and get paid at the highest level. So we want to have a specialist resume written and a LinkedIn profile that's specific to your expertise. We want to target the companies that you want to work for and the opportunities that you want to get involved in, and then we want to go for it. We want to pitch them. And again, inside our programs, we'll show you how to do that. So we want to ensure that you've got your personal brand, website, social media, everything else all set up. And again, this is stuff we'll do to help you out. You want to do the research, search online through your networks, discuss your plans with people who are in the know, and understand the company profile, what they need and what you bring to the table so that you can pitch them. And you've got a really great opportunity of actually landing these multi-million-dollar deals. So fees are usually bespoke negotiations based on unique circumstances. We recommend that there's some type of retainer deal plus equity and a possible incentive plan, especially in a high growth company. So this can be so much fun, you guys. If this sounds of interest to you, get that legal advice, obviously, but this is a great strategy to help grow that multifaceted luxury influencer business that I was talking about before with all sorts of different divisions, okay? Many of our experts like to have a range of advisory and board positions as part of what they're doing. For some of you, this might not even be of interest, and that's okay. This is like a there's like 7 things on the menu, on an a la carte menu, and you get to pick and choose what looks good to me. Board and advisory positions, doesn't sound of interest, not interested. Coaching, awesome. Product development, amazing. Fantastic. You get to pick and choose, okay? In our world, you get to pick and choose, but there's 7 different ways of doing it, and this is one of my favorite ways. Okay? Now, another way that we want to do that you can pick and choose from, and almost every one of our clients wants to do this, and my bet is if you're here today, you want to do this too, but you want to do it in a really different way. So I'm going to show you how to use speaking and media opportunities to leverage those opportunities in a luxury way to find big deals, big clients, 100K speaking gigs, 100K coaching opportunities, 100K endorsement deals. Yeah, I'm going to show you how we do that with our clients today. So if you're into speaking and media, or you want to get into speaking and media, you can do it the mainstream way, or you can do it the luxury way, and you can do it right. Okay, so first thing first, no more vanity media and speaking, you guys. You are now in the world of luxury, and you are following the laws of luxury. And what I want to say to you is you've only got a limited time that you can spend on media and speaking. And where I'm really trying to get most of my clients is that we want them to spend about half of their time being the talent in the business. So that's doing media and speaking and amplification and networking and all of those sorts of things. So growing their business. And we want to have them spend about half of their time on delivery of some description, whatever the delivery piece is that they're really amped about. And for every one of our clients, it's different. And this is completely, again, it's a bespoke strategy, right? So what we want to do, though, is with the media and speaking, if you're going to spend, you are, out there selling $1 million offers, your time is incredibly valuable. So there is no more of this mainstream crap throwing spaghetti at the wall. It just never ceases to amaze me. I see so many PR companies out there at the moment who are advertising that what you can do is they'll guarantee placement. They'll guarantee I'll get you 17 placements this month if you pay me $10,000 a month. It's crap. What they've done is they've hooked themselves up to a PR distribution company, and they'll send out a media release. And it will, yes, absolutely, you'll get 17 placements, but they'll be on media that no one's interested in. They don't have the eyeballs of your ideal clients, and it's going to lead to nothing for you, right? It's complete vanity. I'm not interested in that for you. I'm interested instead on you spending your time on things that are actually going to get you a return on investment. Okay, so no more throwing spaghetti at a wall and seeing what sticks. No more of these guaranteed placement crazy packages that are out there. We're going to use speaking opportunities and media opportunities that actually lead to deepening relationships with all clients and referrals, and media opportunities that actually lead to major authority with your ideal client, partner, investor, or actual leads. That's what we do. So I have an agency, Luxury Influencers is our agency arm, and we represent our clients. And what we do is we will use speaking and media to amplify a message, and we will also commercialize our clients' opportunities. So those 2 arms, the amplification arm, so 50% of your time amplification, talent in the business, 50% of your time commercializing your influence. It's exactly what we do, guys. So I'm going to show you a little bit about that today. And if you want to know more, please jump on a call with my team. Okay, so let me give you some examples of how we're actually doing this, how we are actually doing this with clients, so that you can take this into your business. So number 1 priority is a flagship book. Okay, if you don't have one, don't go writing one, don't go spending millions of dollars getting one written, all that sort of stuff. But if you have a flagship book, excellent. We're going to use it. We're going to leverage it. So if you've published your thought leadership book, and a lot of people have taken those packages and they're like the Amazon bestseller and blah, blah, blah. I could care less about that. What I care about is the content in that book excellent? If it can set you up as a thought leader, as that category of 1 in your niche, I'm going to use the heck out of it. we're not going to use it for Amazon bestsellers and all of that sort of palaver, because that's kind of like the same thing. That guaranteed Amazon bestseller, that's everyone's skeptical about that now. Everyone knows you buy that stuff. What I'm more worried about is that we get it into the hands of your ideal client, their publicists, their agents, or their partners. And this is exactly what we do. And there are ways that you can do that that are really not that difficult, guys. So again, jump on a call with my team. I'll show you some of those strategies and how that could work in your specific circumstances and how we help our clients to do this. But really what we want to do is literally get it into the hands of your ideal clients, publicists, agents, and partners, and then leverage that as the door owner. Think of your thought leadership book as the key to the gate that gets unlocked for you to then go sell a 100K offer, $1 million offer, work with a billionaire, work with a celebrity, get the TV deal, right? Get the sponsorship deal for your art installation project. Your thought leadership book is the key to the gate that gets unlocked to get that $1 million deal. Okay, and that's how we would leverage a thought leadership book every day of the week. It's got nothing to do with how many sales that book's done. I could care less about that. Unless it's getting into the hands of your ideal clients and opening the door and allowing you to have a conversation with that person, I would rather you send 150 books out to your potential ideal clients than 1 million books on Amazon. Right? They're two different strategies. And like I say, what I'm worried about right now is you at the top end of the market and owning that niche. Hey, we can then take that book and we can get it out to millions. We've got clients who really have done very, very well amplifying their message to a mainstream market. And again, I come from that world, guys. We know how to do that. But where this is really sophisticated and elegant is where it opens the door to $1 million client. That's what we want to be doing here. You can leverage your book launch also if you've got a brand new book coming out to open the door to extraordinary speaking and media opportunities that can lead you to the 100K client, the $1 million partnership opportunity. Okay, so hand-picked opportunities to get you in front of the eyeballs of your ideal client. So books equal authority. They land you bigger stages than if you don't have one, but don't give up. If you don't have one, it's okay. We will show you when it's the right time to do it and what to actually put in it to make sure that you're actually going to get the best bang for your buck and leverage it for those $1 million deals, okay? But if it's groundbreaking, exclusive opportunities can be achieved. Now, keynote speaking, really, really important that you hear me here. I prefer speaking opportunities on stages that gain you networking opportunities first. The deeper your network in your ideal market, the easier it will be to land the most lucrative and impactful opportunities. Okay, so speaking opportunities for me, yes, we can help you with getting on the 100K stages and writing keynotes that are going to land you those sorts of deals and, you know, making millions of dollars from a stage. Yes, we can teach you all of that. But what I'm more interested in, particularly when you're starting out at the luxury end of the market and you're setting yourself up, I'm more interested in getting you speaking. Again, handful of ideal client, or put you in front of a partner that could lead to those ideal clients and those multi-million-dollar opportunities. Okay, that to me is a far more strategic way of leveraging your speaking. And we can absolutely get you on those big stages and do all of those big things. Absolutely, do all of that. But generally, we want to start not with the vanity stuff, not with the amplification stuff. We want to start with a handful of partnership opportunities or ideal clients, yeah? We want to start with the $1 million offer. We want to start with the 100K offer, guys. Remember, we're starting at the top and we're working our way down to massive impact. It's a really sophisticated way of doing this. So let me give you an example of this in action in the last couple of weeks. I have a client who doesn't even have his website ready yet. He's got a lot of authority, brand new offer that we just devised together. We've been having a lot of fun putting this offer together. We don't have no sales collateral, nothing, not a thing. All we have to rest on is his credibility and a really great team who are excellent at commercializing influence. Now, what we did with that is we've got this brand new offer that we wanted to test and validate. So we put him inside someone's mastermind and ask them if you could make an offer at the end. 16 of his ideal clients sitting in a small workshop, small audience. Again, no vanity in this. 16 people in attendance virtually. He turns up, we negotiated with him that he could come and he could give them loads of value, and at the end he could give them an offer. He did that. He did a great job. We didn't even have a slide deck ready. He gave them about 90 minutes of value, took Q&As, and at the end offered a 15-minute call to anyone who was interested. It was very clear on who was going to be right and who was not going to be right. He took the 15-minute calls. He made $500,000 in 90 minutes. 5 clients. Okay, and he only spoke to 16 people in that workshop. So this has got nothing to do with standing on Grant Cardone's stage and shouting. There's a way to use that we can teach you. But if you want to be at that top end of the market, there's a sophisticated way of doing this that just goes under the radar that no one else is using, guys. This is the stuff that's going to make you a legend and give you that extra million, that extra $10 million. So then you can go to amplification, right? A really sophisticated strategy. So learn from this. Linking arms with partners for small, intimate audiences is one of the most lucrative ways to speak. Might not be a big brassy stage with all the fanfare, but if you can speak to an audience of ideal clients or partners and capture their attention and offer a call to action that brings you 5 to 10 conversations that lead to 2 to 3 premium clients who are paying you $500,000, wouldn't you do that every day of the week, rather than stand on a stage of 10,000 people and sell, I don't know, $1,097 whatevers? I would so much rather do that. Honestly, my time is more valuable, and I would rather sit in a room with people who really light me up, get them really amped, sell to people who I really want to work with at the highest level, have a ball. That's what this is all about. This is a mature strategy so that you can have a ball. Now, obviously, we can get you on larger stages. It's a big part of what my agency will do if we represent you. But make sure you spend, if you're going to go do a Grant Cardone and you're going to go stand on a big stage, and look, I do this too. I do a lot of those big stages, but we make sure it's worth my while. So what we will do is we'll spend a lot of time for me or my clients who are doing their speaking gigs. We'll spend a lot of time on the speech and always have the end in mind. Make sure you've got case studies, social proof, you see the call to action all the way through it, set you up with a really great keynote. You also want to make sure that if you're going to travel to an event like this and you're going to stand on a stage and you're going to sell $1,097 hoo-has, that we also want to make those $1 million offers too, right? Let's make it worthwhile. So what we would do if we were representing you is we'd also book events around that speaking opportunity. So for our clients, we'll always look at other ways to commercialize their travel if they're traveling to a speaking opportunity. So we'll look at, can we add those little workshops? Can we book them a few of those? Can we get them in front of a sponsor or a potential partner? Can we get them doing a whole load of media around that appearance? Can we get them to work with one of their private clients and add a VIP offer, an event, a retreat around it? How can we commercialize their travel? If they're going to hop on a plane and go across the other side of the country or the other side of the world, let's turn it into a multi-million-dollar opportunity. So add intensives, retreats, meet you with your network to make that travel worthwhile. All right, media. I would rather one deep, unsexy opportunity with an authority trade publication that gets into the hands of your ideal clients than a big puff piece. Okay, there are plenty of PR agencies out there that will do puff pieces for you, but honestly, that strategy won't work until you've got the credibility up here, right? To me, the vanity stuff, the stuff that amplifies your brand and gets you into the mainstream audience and sits well with, where you can pull people into passive offers and sales funnels and all that stuff, we do that, but we do that last. What we want to do here is we want to be looking at what are the media opportunities that could be deeply unsexy, but that are actually going to get into the hands of your ideal clients or your ideal partner or your ideal investor or your ideal, whoever's going to buy whatever your strategy is, will come up with a way to leverage media to make it worthwhile. So I have clients that we're doing this with in say trade publications, those sorts of things, where it's kind of deeply unsexy, really. Yeah. But if we can get you a 4 or 5 page spread, if you're in the construction industry, if you're servicing the construction industry at the luxury end of the market, if we can get you into a construction industry trade publication and get you 3 or 4 pages, and it's going to get in front of ideal partners, investors, and ideal clients, I would rather do that every day of the week than get you on Good Morning America. Yeah, because Good Morning America can come later, but I want to get you those $1 million deals right now. So this is all about return on investment. So think deeply about where your audience is, what they're reading, who influences them, what captures their attention, and put your attention there. All right, so I can see some questions coming in about, are they paid opportunities or do you, or not? Either way, we use both depending on what the circumstances are and what the publication is and what we're trying to achieve. So it's all a bespoke strategy based on what we're trying to achieve. Now, for some of our clients, it might be hand pitching them to trade magazines or podcasts that have a small but deeply engaged niche audience and negotiating some sort of authority interview. Think about research and long thought pieces that can be released to prove your theories or postures and hand pitch them to the right audience, guys. This is, again, sophisticated. And use mass media as your last strategy to amplify your message for authority, credibility, and trust, but not necessarily for attracting 100K offers. All right, number 6, product development and e-commerce opportunities. So this is usually a strategy that we would be employing for our clients later. So once they've got their whole icon status sorted, we've got a couple of offers, we've got some revenue coming in at the luxury end of the market, they're kind of feeling their way into it. Now we've got an audience and we're like, oh, what do you want to do with that audience now? And most of our clients get really excited about creating some kind of product. Okay, now I come from e-commerce. I had 9.5 years as the CEO of one of the fastest growing e-commerce companies in Australia. I know my stuff as far as e-commerce, product development, manufacturing, that whole game. I know it really, really well. So we're really in a good position to support you guys through this. But again, what we're doing here is leveraging the laws of luxury, because this is a scalable commercialization opportunity. So if you look at something like a Chanel model at the top end of the market, started with working with individuals to create bespoke gowns, and then leveraged her authority to then move to the boutiques around the world, which is that leverage, more scalable. So again, top down, leveraging the authority to create a more scalable offer, keeping the quality, keeping the ambiance, keeping the brand, all of those things. And then the final piece of the puzzle, which is what we're talking about here, is the licensing, right? That was getting at the perfumes out, the cosmetics out, anything that's branded, licensed. That's the stuff that we're talking about here. So this tends to be the end of the model, okay, the bottom end of the model. This is where things get really fun. I get really excited about this stuff, but I want you guys to know that we probably don't want to be starting with productizing your expertise, okay? It's very rare that we would be talking to a client about this at the beginning of their strategy, but it's something super exciting to keep in mind, because as you're creating that divisional structure with all your different divisions, then, and all the different ways of commercializing your expertise, you might have something in mind. Keep it there. And then let's do that later. Once we've got the audience, you've got the authority, and we're ready to rock and roll, let's do it properly, because this can be really complex and it can be really expensive if you get this wrong. So brand collaborations are a really cool way of doing this. You can select brands to collaborate with to develop products that you are the ambassador or designer of. Okay, so you see influencers, celebrities doing this all the time. I was talking about Joanna Gaines doing this with Target. She has a branded product line of lifestyle products in Target in the US. Okay, so you can do this too. It doesn't have to be working with Target. It can be really small, guys. Okay, think again about your expertise, your niche, and product lines that might work. Again, jump on a call with my team and they'll brainstorm this with you. They're really, really good at being creative around this, and you'll get the full support and commercialization as a client as part of what we do as well, if you want to talk about that. So you want to do this if it gives you income, credibility, and your audience will love the collaboration. So if it lights you up, this is something that you want to be doing, okay? So some examples of this: you're a spiritual influencer and you collaborate with a journal company to create a branded journal gift for the gifting season in a special release. How we would commercialize that for you is we would negotiate with the journal company to pay a licensing fee and a percentage of sales for the work. And then the brand gets to use your name and image to promote the collaboration, and you may get involved in the design process of the journal. Now, that is brilliant as a really nice collaboration strategy that allows you to do product development without you having to invest in the manufacturing process. But you can also see why it's important that we do this last, because if we do this up front and you don't have an audience, no brand's going to be interested in doing this with you. So it doesn't have to be a big audience, but it has to be a deeply engaged audience. So you're going to work with a team like ours to negotiate these deals to ensure your IP is protected and you're getting the best commercial deal possible. You can also do curations, capsules, and marketplaces. So your audience is looking to you as the icon. You can create curated collections that you recommend seasonally, annually, and leverage this for revenue and adding value to your audience. You can use a number of methods to get this idea to market. So there's an easy way with affiliate strategy that you guys are probably already across and know how to do. We've got the hard, which is a marketplace strategy. We're about to launch that for ourselves, where we're actually taking our clients' courses and offers and putting them in a marketplace where they'll be available for people to purchase from us. So that's a hard strategy. You need to know what you're doing from a technical and marketing perspective to be able to make that work. And there's a middle of the road opportunity where you might do a drop ship or a distribution method. That's where you hook onto another company that would actually do all of the manufacturing and distribution for you, and you would do the sales and the marketing side of it. So you really want to be in a position where you have good technical, commercial, and marketing support to make this work. And again, that's something that we will help you with, and we can talk you through if you want to jump on a call with my team. All right, number 7. This is the 7th way. You've got this beautiful list of 7 ways that you can commercialize your influence at the 100K level. The other way is sponsorship and advertising. So this is not just reserved for celebrities. If you have a deep level of engagement with your audience, brands will absolutely want to work with you to be the conduit to their products or services. I am seeing this with micro influencers all around the world right now. It is becoming huge. So if you want to do this, now is the time to create that brand, become the category of one, become a luxury influencer at the highest end of the market. Because if you want to do this, if you like the idea of brand collaborations and sponsorships, you can do this right now. Brands are out there hungry, looking for people just like you who are brilliant at what you do. We just need the strategy, right? So let me give you some examples of how we use sponsorships and advertising. So many people come to me and say there's no one in their niche who's willing to pay 100K. Now, if you really are in one of those niches where there's very few people willing to pay 100K, and my bet is that you're probably not, you just don't know how to do it yet, and we can show you how to do it. But if you really are, then what we can do is we can, instead of going for clients, we can be looking for sponsors. So we do this with a lot of our clients who are, say, artists, or they've got, they're in the not-for-profit space, they've got some kind of project that they want to get out into the market, but it doesn't make sense for them to work one-on-one with clients or use the consulting or any of the other strategies that we've been talking about today. What we can do is we can then go and hyper-target sponsors to then come in and pay them the 100K, the $1 million, whatever it is, to actually get their project off the ground, okay? This becomes really exciting when you can amplify what you're doing at the highest end of the market and work with high net worth individuals or sponsors that can take your, whatever it is that you're doing and take your project to the world. Okay, so this is another brilliant way that you can leverage what you're doing. Now, don't forget that you can also use grants from government, and that's frequently available for projects or art installation. Generally, there are grants that are available. You just have to go digging for them. So not only can you do the sponsorship with high net worth individuals that, again, talk with our clients, talk with our team about what that might look like for you. They can show you how it might work and what our programs look like to get you the support you need to actually get this off the ground. But so not only going after high net worth individuals or corporations to sponsor your project, to get you that $1 million investment or $10 million investment or 100K investment or whatever it is. Also, don't forget grants. Don't forget grants. There are so many ways that you can leverage this, and there are so few people who are taking advantage of it. It's crazy. There's millions of dollars that are available. Corona's opened up loads of opportunities for this. So check with your local, state and national government websites. There's plenty of these opportunities available, as well as sponsorship. Now, corporates may sponsor your activities if you're working with someone or on something that is important to them. So I've personally worked with clients such as artists who are able to work with embassies or corporates to have them sponsor their collections and that have some type of cultural element that was important to them. As this is an example of how that might work. So if this is interesting to you, jump on a call with my team. I'll show you how to do this. High net worth individuals may sponsor you as a philanthropic pursuit as well. Okay, so if you can hyper target, you can locate using the same things that we're talking about to get in front of those high net worth individuals who are really interested in your project or your philanthropy pursuit, whatever it is. They may give you that money, right? That 100K, the $1 million, whatever it is, to get your project off the ground. Because it's something that they might want to do because they've got a trust set up to support these kind of projects. And here's the thing, if you bravely go and do this, you're going to be one of a handful of people who are bravely doing it. There are so few people who are brave enough to go and ask and pitch for this money that you literally will be in a pool of about this many people, not this many people. You probably, your mindset is going to be thinking, oh, I couldn't possibly, because they're really scary and they're billionaires or whatever, and there's going to be 1,000 people who are asking them for this. The chances are there's a handful of people who are brave enough to ask, and if you've got a really good pitch, you can make magic happen. Okay, so start to get brave. There's a reason why we're called business bravery, and there's a reason why we, this to me, most of the people that we're working with are trendsetters, trailblazers, and want to change the world in some way, shape, or form. So I want to see you getting your dream business, your dream project off the ground and changing the world. And this is the way that we can help you do that. So you want to work with a team like ours to negotiate those deals to ensure your IP is protected and you're getting the best commercial deal possible. But like I said, you can also go and do this yourself. Just step into bravery. Brand collaborations are another way that you can work with brands, high net worth individuals, etc. Of course, there are the big name collaborations and endorsements that make headlines, so celebrities attaching their names to things like Coke and Pepsi, but there are other ways that this can work as well. So you have a very specific, if you have a very specific audience, and if you work the way that we do with our clients, you treat them to these really rich experiences. So think about every touch point as an opportunity to create a collaboration. So let me give you an example of that. One of our clients has a massive, it's not a massive, it's actually a very small boutique, but very high-end retreat center. And we work with him to commercialize that retreat center with brand collaboration. So we're working with interior designers, we're working with sponsors, we're working with all sorts of people at the moment to try and identify these brand collaborations so that the sheets are sponsored, so that the art is sponsored, so that the AV is sponsored. Okay, so there's many ways that you can commercialize your expertise through brand collaborations without having millions and millions of followers. So like I was saying, retreats, what can you have the brand sponsor? The location, the travel, the giveaways for events. There are, of course, speaking opportunities, but more than this, can you add experiences in that are sponsored by local experience operators, tour operators, right? That makes sense. Consulting, you're in an elite, very specific industry. What other brands want to work with your consulting client? Can you add additional commercialization to your work and your offering? There are so many ways that you can collaborate with other brands and make this work. And again, let me say, get legal advice, work with a team like ours to ensure your IP is protected and you're getting the best commercial deal possible. All right, guys, that is 7 ways to commercialize your expertise at 100K plus. So events, retreats, VIP days, board appointments, advisory positions, coaching, consulting, agency, speaking at media, joint ventures, affiliates and partnerships, products and e-commerce, sponsorship and advertising. Amazing. I hope this has sparked some stuff for you, because what I want you to know is that you can commercialize your influence. And if you feel brave enough to do this, you can create a category of one right now. There is this miracle opportunity that comes. I just have never seen this before. I've been around the traps for a long time, and I have not seen the market conditions so right for people to step into their personal brand. There's a new way of doing away, and that $1 million or the $10 million you want to add to your revenue used to be hard, and it will be hard if you follow a mainstream strategy, but it doesn't have to be anymore. It all comes down to seizing this moment to become the luxury influencer in your niche. And I want to offer you an opportunity to speak with my senior luxury offer strategists. Jump on that call right now. Leverage that call. You'll get 45 minutes with my team that will talk about your unique circumstances. It's luxuryinfluencers.com/call. Now, stick around with me if you've got questions. I'm going to stay here and answer some questions in a minute. So make sure that you pop your questions into the Q&A, and I'll try and help you as best as I can, but make sure you secure that call. Because when you become that luxury influencer, you're going to create offers at the highest price point, starting at 100K, so you can provide exceptional service and results to a select number of clients. You're going to learn how to amplify your reach as you share your genius with elite clients who truly appreciate your expertise and implement your advice. You're going to stop focusing on the quantity of clients you serve and devote your time and effort to bringing on the best quality clients, partners, sponsors, and opportunities. You're going to leverage your personal brand as a luxury influencer, even if you currently run a business as a busy CEO. A lot of our clients have got an existing business and they want to learn how to do this to create their personal brand at the highest level. So jump on the call, luxuryinfluencers.com/call, and our team will talk to you about next steps, how we do this, how we can represent you, how we can do